Hi math friends, today we're looking at the distributive property and factoring study guide. So let's get to it. So we start with some expressions where we have to substitute. The first one has us substitute for 3x when x equals 5, negative 3, 1, and 0. So there's essentially 4 parts to this. So for each part, we're going to use 3, but then instead of x, we'll use 5 because that's the first value. 3 times 5, 15. For the next one, instead of x, we'll substitute negative 3. 3 times negative 3, we get negative 9. Next one, 3, and then parentheses, our substitution, 1. 3 times 1, we get 3. Last one here, 3 parentheses, we're going to use 0 instead of x. 3 times 0, we get 0. So there's our 4 solutions there. All right, number 2, same idea. Now we have 4x plus 5 when x equals 5, negative 3, 1, and 0. So same substitutions, but we're using it with a different expression. 4 times 5 is 20. 20 plus 5, we get 25. All right, the next one we're going to substitute in a different value. This time we'll use negative 3. 4 times negative 3, we get negative 12. Plus 5, we get negative 7. The next one, 4, we're going to substitute 1 for x. 4 times 1 is 4. Plus 5, we get 9 as our solution there. Now we're going to use 0. 4, parentheses, 0. Plus 5, 4 times 0 is 0. Plus 5, we get 5. So there's our 4 solutions for number 2. Let's check out number 3, use the distributive property. So remember here, when we have a value right next to the parentheses, that means that we're going to multiply by each term inside the parentheses. So we're going to multiply there. All right. I'll write out the steps here just so we see them. So this is going to be 12 times 2x and 12 times negative 5. See that minus 5 right next to it? That minus is next to the 5. That means that it's negative. So when we simplify these, I have 24x, and then 12 times negative 5 is negative 60. So I can put minus 60. Okay. You could also say 24x plus negative 60. So we'll put that there and we'll say or. You could write your final answer either way. Let's check out the next one. So same idea. This 7 is going to get distributed this time. 7 times 10y, 7 times 2m. All right, so let's write down that. So we'll write 7 times 10y plus 7 times 2m. So 7 times 10y, we get 70y. 7 times 2m is 14, so positive or plus 14m. All right, and they're not the same like terms, so we can't combine anything there, so that would be our final answer. And let's go back and circle what our final answers were for this one too. All right, number 5 has us factor out the greatest common factor and write the expression 15c plus 5. So 15 and 5, we can divide both of those by 5. So what we need to think of is, how can I divide, what happens if I divide both terms by 5? All right, so let's write down that 5, so we're showing our DCF. 15c divided by 5 is 3c. 5 divided by 5 is 1, so it's a positive 1 or plus 1. And there we go. Remember, factoring is the inverse or opposite of distributing there. All right, next one, negative 2y plus 4. Greatest common factor would be 2. Typically, we want to divide by the negative if there's a negative by the variable. So we'll divide by negative 2 this time, actually. All right, let's go ahead and do negative 2 parentheses. And then negative 2y divided by negative 2. We just get y. Positive 4 divided by negative 2. Remember, positive divided by negative, you're going to get a negative. So that's negative 2, or we can put minus 2. Okay, here I'll also put an or. If you put negative 2y plus negative 2, that is also correct. So either way that you write it, minus 2 or plus negative 2 is okay. All right, let's check out combining like terms. So remember, like terms have the same variable or they don't have a variable. 3x and 2x, so those both have the same variable. I have a positive 5 and a minus 4. And remember, when you combine like terms, you're going to go left to right like you're adding or subtracting normally. 3x plus 2x, you get 5x. So we'll color code these so we can see them clearly. 5 minus 4 is 1. So that's going to be a plus 1 or a positive 1. So combining like terms here, we have 5x plus 1. All right, let's try the last one together too. So we have a negative 5m. Look, I'm using the same color for the same variable here, and a 3m. All right. I also have a 3a, and that has a positive sign next to it, so it's a positive 3a. And I have a minus 21. So again, we'll go left to right. Negative 5 plus 3, we get a negative 2m. And then I have this 3a. There's no other a's, so they have to just hang out by themselves. So plus 3a. And the same with this negative 21. There's no other constants here. No other numbers without a variable. Just that. All right? So there we go. That's how we combine like terms. And good luck studying. Remember, pause, rewind. Do what you need to do for each of these to get to study well.